I've heard before that it takes 3 installments in a series to know if you're interested in it, and I'm here to test that out. Hey everyone, Skull902 here, and this is Rule of 3. This Rule of 3 special is a reward for hitting the $15 donation tier during Extra Life Let's A Go 2, and I'd like to thank the donors for their contributions. Today I'm reviewing Puella Magi Madoka Magica, which I'll just call Madoka Magica for simplicity's sake. Shout out to Lost Leader for the suggestion. The series was created by a group called the Magica Quartet and produced by Shaft Animation Studio. Its 12-episode run aired between January and April 2011. As per usual, I'll be having a look at the English dub, done by Bang Zoom Studios and released on home video in 2012. This series is known for its unique take on the magical girl formula. I've heard some things, and I must say I'm intrigued. Does the show do its take justice? Let's have a look. Holy shit. Just wow. Now I've gotten into spoiler territory on this show before, but I feel it's necessary in this case to issue a full-on warning, because I don't think I could give my thoughts on the first 3 episodes without one. If you'd like to go in fresh, here's your chance to leave. Now I knew going in that this show gets dark, so the impact I felt may have been lessened, but I was still excited seeing the signs. The plot is really good, in particular the way it does foreshadowing and the themes, while not original to the series, hit their mark. It's about choice, how having superpowers isn't all it's chalked up to be. It's dangerous, exhausting, and requires you to give up what you love, and the series hit those notes very well, with Mami's death at the end of the 3rd episode being a fantastic example of just how tragic the whole thing is. Sayaka's pondering of whether she and Madoka deserve to have a wish adds to it as well. Hamada's warnings and Kyubei's dialogue I think foreshadowed events excellently. I could tell from the first scene that Kyubei was up to no good and was very intrigued into seeing how all the sketchy details would play out, and I can say the storytelling thus far has been fantastic. Episode 3, man. Good God. The only thing surprising me is that we're a quarter of the way in and neither Madoka nor Sayaka have their powers yet, but they've portrayed the weight of their decision well, so it's believable. As far as the characters go, I thought the cast of main players was well-rounded. Madoka and Sayaka as the 2 innocents in all this, naive and skeptical respectively. Kyubei is a manipulative little bastard and I think works well with the villain in disguise portrayal. Homura and Mami are 2 sides of the same magical girl coin. Mami, I fully believe, thought she was doing the right thing to fight off witches and help make the world a better place. She completely bought into Kyubei's bullshit, ruined her social life because of it, and died as soon as she made a friend. That said, she was still aware enough of the situation to let Madoka and Sayaka know that this life wasn't fun and games, but was too suckered in to see how trying to bring them into the fold was a bad idea. Hamura, meanwhile, is the flip side. She doesn't want to see anyone get pulled into the magical girl life like she was precisely because of how awful it is, and does all she can to convince the 2 new recruits that it's absolutely not worth it. It all makes for really good dynamics in my opinion. The only other characters that left an impression were negatives. Junko feeding her daughter all these bad ideas, and then Hitomi's reaction to mistakenly assuming Madoka and Sayaka hooked up isn't exactly doing her any favors. Visually, the series looks great. I like the somewhat sketchy art style, which is an original look. The witches and their mazes are also incredibly put together as this supremely trippy thing to look at. The animation's also pretty nice, a teensy bit more fluid than typical anime productions, which is appreciated and makes the transformations and action scenes look a lot more smooth. The soundtrack is also very nicely done, with a good theme song, a nice first ending, and a banger for the second. Shoutouts to Mami's transformation music as well. The incidental music I also found really fit the mood of each scene exactly the way it was supposed to. As far as the voice acting goes, I thought it was great. Modern anime voice acting, in English anyway, feels like it's lost variety with different voices, so it's interesting to see this decade-old show and notice that everyone sounds fairly unique. It really helps. One thing I have to criticize about the show is that it loses points for sexualizing the characters, who are underaged. Thank God it's not there for the majority of the runtime, but it was very fucking unnecessary to depict Madoka in lingerie in the opening or having Mami summon guns from her chest or under her skirt. No more of that, please and thank you. So, would I keep watching? Absolutely. There is some squick and bad elements in there, but it's in short supply. The storytelling, I think, is quite strong, and I'm curious to see where this all leads to. It's certainly not the first to deconstruct magical girls or superheroes in general, but it does a damn good job. And it taught me that I was pronouncing Madoka wrong this whole time. Oops. That'll be it for this one. Another big thank you to the Extra Life donors, and another apology for the delay to the new batch of follow-ups. I'm swamped with other projects. Until next time. Thanks for watching. Feel free to let me know what you thought about the video in the comments. Give it a like if you liked it, or a dislike if you didn't. If you'd like to see more, subscribe and click the bell for notifications. It's free and you can opt out anytime. Here's a playlist with similar content, and my Twitter. I have been Skull902, thank you again for watching, and have yourselves a wonderful day.